Man, you're going to be busy, dude.
Love it.
Yeah.
We talked about this last week. This is my favorite time of the year. The pros are getting ready. They see the light at the end of the tunnel. They're getting ready for playoffs come the end of April. You got spring training, and this, March Madness, where everyone says, all my teams are going to get through and win. I'm going to win the big $1 million prize.
And you always hear somebody say, yep, I had that upset, because people fill out 10 brackets. So
Right.
that's why they're going, yep, I had Texas Southern beating Arizona here.
And usually, like what you just told the Danettes, it doesn't matter how many brackets you fill out. Usually it's your first one because that's your gut one. That's the one that you probably thought about the most or the least. And, I'm a lot like you. I fill mine out within 5 minutes because you're going with what you feel. And usually it's your first one. You can have 9, 10, 11 of them, but it's that first one that's your true bracket.
You got Kentucky winning it all?
I do. I understand where you're coming from. Hard to win 6 games, but with no back-to-backs and time to prepare. And if they are to lose, to me, it would be that second game. So if they play on a Friday, Sunday, it would be that Sunday game when there's not a lot of time to prepare for that second team. But you give Coach Calipari a whole week to prepare. I think they're going to win that first game. I just think they're too big. They're too long. They are exceptional defensively. And it is going to take, to me, almost an act of God. It's theirs to lose this tournament. It really is. So much has to go wrong for them, and so much has to go right. It almost has to be a Villanova versus Georgetown, a NC State versus Phi Slamma Jamma Houston type. It has to be one of those moment games for a team to beat Kentucky.
Would you go to Kentucky now if you were coming out and you were a top recruit?
Well, why not? Sure. I mean, not only are you going to be competing for an NCAA championship,
but you get half the playing time, half the shots.
But at the end of the day, isn't winning what it's all about? And you look at the NBA roster that Coach Calipari has assembled. John Wall went number 1. Anthony Davis went number 1. Julius Randle was in the top 5 or 6. Just because you're playing limited minutes and time, if your team is winning, you're always going to be seen on national TV. Aren't there games on CBS and ESPN all the time?
Yeah.
So,
yep.
I mean, you're going to be showcased. If you play well, you're going to go deep in the tournament. Why not?
What other school could compete with Kentucky if I looked at alumni in the NBA?
UCLA.
So you got Westbrook and Love.
You got Love. Darren Collison is still playing. Who else?
Okay, so maybe not.
Matt Barnes is still playing.
Holiday?
Holiday for New Orleans.
Yeah.
North Carolina, I'm sure, is in there somewhere, correct?
Connecticut?
Duke.
Yeah, Duke. But Kentucky would have the best post-college.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Yes.
Is this going to be a great team, one of the great teams of all time, if Kentucky runs the table?
It's hard to judge that. By the numbers, if you go 40-0
yeah.
and win it all, you have to mention them, I would assume. But if you look at the collection of talent, yeah, they'll be first-round draft picks, but I don't think one will stand out like a Bill Walton or a Kareem or even an Anthony Davis. I think he's a legendary player in his own right. But as a collection of a team, this team will stand out. 40-0 is remarkable. Again, they have not done it, but it just sounds great, doesn't it? 40-0.
Yeah, sounds perfect. He's Reggie Miller from TNT joining us, Dan Patrick.
But I will say this. There are some stumbling blocks along the way because you've got to have a team, which I mentioned, that can be physical and that's long, that can compete with them. You've got to have good guard play. I like Arizona. I think Arizona is one of those teams that is well coached with Coach Miller. They have bigs. I think I know everyone doesn't like to go with Gonzaga, but from a small school standpoint, they have bigs in Wiltshire and Sabonis off the bench. They have good guard play in Gary Bell Jr. and Pagos. So,
did you play against Arvydas Sabonis?
I did.
Golly, he was a big guy.
Oh, yes, and talented, too. I think we got the rundown version
Oh,
of
yeah.
Arvidas. I think if he would have come over when he was 19, 20, 21, remember, he played overseas for almost a decade before he came over.
Yeah. What about UCLA making the tournament? Take off your UCLA Bruin hat. Did UCLA deserve to be in the tournament?
A little surprising.
Is that a no?
Look, I'm not into the whole RPI and all that, but it was a little surprising. Again, in the Pac-12 is not really a power conference. It's good, but it's not great. But I think they had some good showings against some of these power teams and some bad showings as well versus like Kentucky. Yeah, but it was a little surprising. But look, they're in. You know, what are you going to do? I mean, we always have this conversation every year about the snubs and why did they get in. There's been other years where UCLA thought they would have been in and they weren't. So it all evens out at the end.
Give me the sneaky team you like this year.
I like SMU. And maybe it's because of my affinity for Coach Brown. I know what style they're going to play. And their style fits the tournament because they have good guard play with Nick Moore. Yannick Morera, to me, their low post score is very efficient. Defensively, I know Larry Brown is going to have his team ready. So to me, they're a sneaky, scary team.
And I know I talked about this last year with you, that this is a TV show that they're putting on. And I don't know if consciously or subconsciously the selection committee goes, let's put in UCLA or let's put in Indiana, let's put in Texas, let's leave out Colorado State, let's leave out Murray State. Do you think that factors in at all, Reg? And I'm putting you in a delicate position because you're working the tournament, but do we want the bigger name schools because this is it's a TV show?
Well, I sure hope not. You know me. I will always fight for the underdog. You know, again, 18 years in Indiana, I always felt that we were getting slighted. We weren't, but you always feel that. And you hope, you know, these mid-majors, there's so much of these power conferences that get the benefit of the doubt because they have a built-in, you know, outlier system because they're playing other teams that are, you know, because you're a power conference.
Yep.
I hope that's not the case. You would love to see some of these mid-majors like a Colorado State. To me, the fact that Boise State has to play their way in is kind of ridiculous because they won the Mountain West Championship. They beat San Diego State twice and just so happened to lose to Wyoming, who, oh, by the way, went on to win the Mountain West tournament, and they have to play their way in. So, you know, I would love to see, you know, more mid-majors get a little bit more of the benefit of the doubt like some of these teams from the power conferences. But to your point, you know, name recognition means a lot. In UCLA, Texas, teams that people were scratching their head about, it's name recognition.
I'm looking at a couple of the matchups you have. So you got Arizona in there. Looking forward to seeing Stephen F. Austin. Eastern Washington, don't they have the top score in the country? They do. And, I mean, those are the games that we're going to be playing. I would not be surprised if Eastern Washington and Stephen F. Austin, those are two upsets. I love DeLon Wright at Utah and what they've done. Coach Krzyzewski has done a fantastic job there. But it wouldn't surprise me if that 12-5 matchup. And Georgetown, the last 4 or 5 years, in the first, or now it's the second round, in the round of 64, they've been very disappointing. And they've lost to double-digit seeds. It would not surprise me if Eastern Washington surprises Georgetown. Now, I'm not to say that Georgetown and Utah won't advance and play one another, but it wouldn't surprise me. I made a bold statement a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago. I said that this team would win 50 games in the NBA next season. Which team? The Milwaukee Bucks. And you said this last year? This year. Well, they're knocking on the door, aren't they? No, next year they're going to win 50 games. Well, Jabari Parker will be back. Yeah, I can see that. Well, why is that so surprising? To win 50 games? They're in the playoffs now, Daniel. I know, but anybody's in the playoffs in the East, Reg. No, not anyone. But they've been they've been in the fifth or sixth spot all season. It's not like they're sneaking in. They've been there all season. They're going to be a dangerous team next year. Absolutely, they'll be a dangerous team. Now I know why Jason Kidd wanted to go coach in Milwaukee. And by the way, you know how many games Milwaukee won last year?
I'm going to guess 22.
15.
So that's a huge leap.
That's a San Antonio Spurs leap. My Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Yes.
Okay, so if they win 50,
yeah,
how many games will the Sixers win next season? With all those draft picks?
23.
I'm going to go over.
I don't know.
I'm going to say 24.
Do the Sixers, are they still rebuilding next year, or are they going to actually try to win? Now, they got 15
they're
wins.
They're always trying to win. It's just head-scratching what they're doing. I don't know. They have so many bigs. I don't know. Don't ask me about the Sixers because I do not know. I do not know.
They are on pace to be worse than last year. Your Philadelphia 76ers.
Okay, so your Bucks and my Sixers.
It's not going to be close. It won't be pretty.
The Sixers will be relevant in about 9 years.
I'm going to go with twice as many wins for my Bucks next year.
I may take that.
Ball game.
I may take that. And I'm taking under, what was your thing, under 12 for the seeds for the Final Four?
Yes. Your total?
My total, I'm going to tell you what I have. Okay. I have a 1, I have a 2, I have a 1, and I have a 2.
That would be well under.
That'd be well under.
But, Reg, there's always somebody who's going to come in. You go, where did they come from?
To get to what?
The Final Four?
Or maybe the Sweet 16?
No, Final Four. Definitely Sweet 16.
Okay, we saw what happened last year with UConn and Kentucky. They were, 7 or 8 or 8 or 9?
Yeah, 7 and 8.
Okay, but were they, like you just said, name recognition? People know UConn. People know Kentucky. People don't know Northern Iowa, though I think they're one of the sleeper teams in Seth Tuttle.
They're fun. They're fun to watch.
They're great to watch. But other than Northern Iowa and SMU, who I have going to the Elite Eight.
Ooh, look at you.
Everything else is a name team.
Did you watch the Leitner documentary?
Loved it.
Did you really?
Loved it. Oh, my God, that was great.
I miss that kind of passion, animosity.
Man, that is great. You know what I miss? Like the footage of him in high school and the fight against the fight that they had in the championship game and them running off holding their head. That was basketball at its best because those were two teams that hated one another, rivalries. It was just fantastic. Well done. The interviews were great. They were poignant. They were to the point, and they were honest. I mean, that's all you want in a doc.
Would you trade your career for Christian Leitner's career?
Collegiate?
Total.
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
You get a gold medal?
I got a gold medal.
2 national titles? Well,
don't have those.
Okay, he got Dream Team gold medal.
I have Dream Team 2 gold medal.
And then career salary, Leitner went for $60 million. NBA?
What am I career salary?
What's okay?
Oh, can we go this out?
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. There's people listening. The tax man is listening. Oh no, it's around the corner.
Can I hint at it?
Okay, hint at it. And
okay.
I'll tell you if it's accurate or not.
All right. Okay, Paulie.
Why don't you just say over or under Christian Leitner?
Over.
Christian Leitner made $63 million in his NBA career. That being said, Reggie's buying dinner if they go out to dinner.
He's buying the restaurant if they go out to dinner.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Taxman, that is not true, Mr. Taxman.
Is Reg 3 times Leitner?
No.
No, see, no.
Reg is 1/3 Garnett.
Oh, okay.
I'm what, Garnett?
1/3.
Don't even put me in the same breath as Kevin.
No, you're 1/3 Garnett.
Okay.
Garnett got paid, Reg.
Garnett is the reason why we have these new rules. It was his contract that he signed with Minnesota is what the first lockout was all about in 1999, I believe. Thank you, KG. Thanks a lot.
Did you blame KG for the lockout?
No, I will never, ever blame a player. Get all the money you can get.
KG,
because they're making billions, and we want to make $1 billion.
KG 328, Reg.
What? See, what you're trying to do is have people do the math. And I'm not quite sure your viewers or listeners are able to do the math of the 1/3, okay? We don't have a bunch of MIT grads listening to the Theodore Store.
No, we don't. No,
okay?
It's a good thing.
So
Don't
I
even
know
worry
what you're
about it.
trying to do here.
By the way, you didn't even say anything about the hand surgery.
Are you okay?
Yeah, but it's my shooting hand.
Hold on. Did you get I sent edible arrangements.
I did get that. Thank you.
Okay.
That was very nice of you.
Are you okay?
It's my shooting hand. How would you feel?
Yeah, it would be bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, now maybe you can try to go left because you didn't do that at Dayton.
I went backwards at Dayton. Safe travels. Say hello to everybody in Portland. We love Portland.
Absolutely. I love it, too.
All right, bud.
We're big up there.
Yes.
And I say we because I feel like I'm a part of the show, right?
You are.
Okay.
You're big. You're the king when you go to Portland.
I don't know about that, but okay. You're the king and I'm the court jester, but cool.
Have fun. We'll be watching.
Daniel Theodore Patrick, absolutely at the top of his game. And you know my Danettes? They're right behind, holding his long train.
Wow.
Okay?
Thanks, Reggie.
You're the best.
It's Reggie Miller.